Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz where the aim of the game is to score as few points as you can. And you do that by coming up with the answers no one else could think of. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
My name's Lara, this is my son Thomas, and we're from Bath.
Couple number two.
My name's Helen, this is my dad David, and we're from Gateshead.
Couple number three.
Hello, my name is Louis, this is my friend Dom, and we're from London.
And finally, couple number four.
My name's Elliot, this is my housemate Adam, and we're from North London.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very warm welcome to Pointless. Wonderful to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. They were going to make a superhero movie about him, but filming has been suspended until they can find a big enough leotard. It's my Pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Good afternoon, welcome along. Hi.
Hi.
Well, this is nice.
Isn't it?
Yes,
Isn't
me
it?
and you back again.
Yes.
David and Helen back again.
Yes.
We only saw them for one round last time, didn't we?
Yeah.
But we liked them.
We did.
I hope they're going to stick around a bit longer this
hope
time. Now, three new pairs. Welcome along, everybody. Lovely jackpot round last time. Katrina and Pauline did very well as well. But how well did they do?
Well, interesting you bring that up. I'm just going to tell people about that. Katrina and Pauline, they did very well, as Richard says. They didn't do quite well enough, though. They didn't win the jackpot, so we're adding another £1,000 to it. So today's jackpot starts off at £3,750. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Now, will you all please remember that it will be the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that will be eliminated. So all you have to do to stay with us is keep your scores low. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category this afternoon is sport. Can you all decide in your pairs who wants to go first, who wants to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns sporting underdogs. Richard.
Yeah, simply going to describe you on each board 7 sporting underdogs. You'll see their initials as well. And the year in which they famously became an underdog. But who are they, please? 7 on the first board, 7 on the second, 14 in all to have a go at home.
OK, thank you very much indeed. OK, so here is our board of clues. 7 sporting underdogs. Here they are. We have got German tennis player who at 17 won the men's singles title at Wimbledon, BB, 1985. 100-to-1 horse that won the Aintree Grand National, MM, 2009. 150-to-1 outsider who beat Steve Davis to win the Snooker World Championship, JJ, 1986. Team that won the English Premier League after starting the season with odds of 5,000-to-1, LC, 2016. Qualifier who beat Eric Bristow in the BDO World Darts Championship final, KD, 1983. Country that beat 1-500 favourite South Africa at the Rugby World Cup, J, 2015, and skipper who masterminded the USA's comeback from 8-1 down to win the America's Cup, BA, 2013. I'm going to read those all again. German tennis player who at 17 won the men's singles title at Wimbledon. 100-to-1 horse that won the Aintree Grand National. 150-to-1 outsider who beat Steve Davis to win the Snooker World Championship. Team that won the English Premier League after starting the season with odds of 5,000-to-1. Qualifier who beat Eric Bristow in the BDO World Darts Championship final. Country that beat 1-500 favourite South Africa at the Rugby World Cup. And skipper who masterminded the USA's comeback from 8-1 down to win the America's Cup. Lara, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself, Lara.
So, I live in Bath. I work for a student lettings agency in Bath. I've got 2 kids.
Very nice indeed. The student lettings.
Yes.
Is that quite a stressful business, or are they all right?
They're quite entertaining, most of them. I feel like a bit of a mother to a lot of the students that we have. So, yeah, they're quite good fun. But, yeah.
I bet it's probably the first time they've ever lived independently.
Yes, yeah, it is.
So, I mean, is it carnage at the end, though, the end of the year, when do you have to go in?
No, they're quite good. We go around with cleaning items and we tell them how to clean the property before they hand it back to us, so they're quite good in that regard. They're not very good at changing light bulbs and things. We often get asked to change light bulbs, but, yeah.
Lara, what are you going to go for on our board here?
I'm going to go with the English Premier League, Leicester City.
Leicester City, says Lara. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Leicester City. Leicester City is right. Look at that, down to 80. Not bad. It's better than 100. 80 for Leicester City.
Yeah, it was only a few years ago, but it already feels like a fairy tale. That didn't really... Yeah. It's amazing to think that it even happened. What an amazing achievement.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, David, welcome back. Good to have you with us again, David. Remind us all about yourself.
I'm retired. I live in Gateshead. I used to work in the electricity industry.
What did you do in the electricity industry?
Loads of things. I used to work abroad. I used to work in the Middle East and.
But that's fun.
Turkey
Were you selling electrical parts?
We used to work in power stations, electrical power stations. So I used to be a manager of stations. And the last job I did, I worked from the London office, is an auditor for the company.
Very good. David, what are you going to go for?
I've got two, which I think are good, but I'm not 100% sure on either of them. But I'm going to go for it. I'll go for the skipper, and I think it was Ben Ainsley.
Ben Ainsley says David. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Ben Ainsley. It is Ben Ainsley. Very well done, David. 80 is the only score we have at the moment. Down to 8. Very strong indeed on podium 2.
It was such an incredible performance. It's the first to 9, the America's Cup, first to 9 races, and the USA were 8-1 down when they brought in Ben Ainsley, and he won 8 straight races. 9-8, they beat New Zealand. Sir Ben Ainsley, really.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Dom, welcome.
Hello.
Great to have you here, Dom. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm 23 and I work in sales at an app startup in London.
That's fun. So what kind of apps are these?
This is where it gets more boring. It's a communication tool for retailers to communicate with their stores and their field team. So that's where it sort of drops off a bit.
OK. I haven't dropped off yet. As far as OK.
Audience.
So, Dom, what do you do for fun?
So I play rugby every weekend.
OK. Now, Dom.
Yes.
All these clues describe sporting underdogs of one kind or another. Who are they?
I'm going to go for the country that beats South Africa as Japan.
Japan?
Yes.
OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Japan, like Dom. It's right. 80s are high score, 80s are low, 46 is where you end up with Japan. Not bad.
Yeah, they'd gone 18 World Cup games without victory, Japan, before they won that game. It was one of the biggest shocks ever. Less of a shock these days. They're a much improved team.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, now, Elliot.
Hello.
Welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself, Elliot.
I'm Elliot, I'm 28. I'm a service manager in the NHS.
Very good. Where do you do that?
In hospitals in North London.
OK, so various hospitals. You have sort of several, do you?
Yeah, 3 or 4
You don't really have a particular base. You float.
Mainly Barnet. I'll give Barnet a
Give
shout
Barnet,
out.
go on. Give a shout out to Barnet.
Barnet and Chase Farm.
Very good. Excellent. And for fun, Elliot, what do you get up to?
Playing five-a-side football, getting depressed at watching football.
Oh.
Mainly that, to be perfectly honest.
Fair enough. OK, now, Elliot. Well, this is nice. Don't be depressed. Look what these underdogs have done. Do you want to fill in our blanks here?
Boris Becker's top one. I don't know the Grand National. I don't know the darts. Snooker, one I'm going to go for. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to go for Joe Johnson.
OK, Joe Johnson. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Joe Johnson. He's right. 80 is the high score, and you passed that. Oh, it's really not bad at all. 22. Well done, Elliot. 22 for Joe Johnson.
Very well played, yeah. Former pipe player from Bradford, Joe Johnson, who'd never won a match at the Crucible before, won that title, spent the whole next season, lost every single one of his matches until he got back to the Crucible and went right all the way through to the final again. He lost the next time, but an amazing story. Very good commentator these days on Eurosport, Joe Johnson. You are right about Boris Becker. He would have scored you 74. You don't remember this next one?
Can't remember.
You'd remember it if you bet on it. 100 to 1. Mon Mome was the answer,
Yes.
trained by Venetia Williams, second woman to train a Grand National winner, would have scored you 2 points. And the qualifier who beat Eric Bristow is the wonderful Keith Deller. Very well done if you said Keith Deller. He would have scored you 14, so Mon Mome, very much the best answer on that board.
Thank you very much, Richard. OK, well, before we come back down the line, let's have a quick look at those scores. Well done, David and Helen. There we are, 8, looking very strong. 80 is our high score, Lara and Tom, so good luck dealing with that in the next pass, Tom. Could the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more clues to sporting underdogs up on the board, and here they are. We have got golfer who, aged 21, won the Augusta Masters by a record 12 strokes, TW, 1997. Tennis player ranked 212 who won the men's singles title at the Australian Open, ME, 1976. Brawn GP driver who won the F1 World Championship in the team's first season, JB, 2009. Baseball team who defied 500 to 1 odds to win the World Series, SLC 2011. Country that won Africa's first ever Olympic gold medal in football, N 1996. 22-year-old Colombian cyclist who became the first South American to win the Tour de France, EB 2019. And boxer who beat world champion Mike Tyson at odds of 42 to 1, JD 1990. I'll read those clues again. Golfer who, aged 21, won the Augusta Masters by a record 12 strokes. Tennis player ranked 212 who won the men's singles title at the Australian Open. Brawn GP driver who won the F1 World Championship in the team's first season. Baseball team who defied 500 to 1 odds to win the World Series. Country that won Africa's first ever Olympic gold medal in football. 22-year-old Colombian cyclist who became the first South American to win the Tour de France. And boxer who beat world champion Mike Tyson at odds of 42 to 1. There we go. Adam, welcome to Pointless.
Hello.
Tell us all about yourself, Adam.
I'm 28 and I'm an apprentice tattoo artist.
How long is the apprenticeship?
It's not an official kind of sponsored government one. It's very much based on how I get on.
Until people are confident to have you do their tattoos on your own?
Yeah, so at the moment I'm doing lots of friends and family and willing kind of participants.
Good stuff. OK, well, good luck with it, Adam. 22 is your score at the moment from Elliot. 57 or less gets you to the next round.
Yeah. This is an absolute nightmare round for me, unfortunately.
Are there any nice obvious ones you think or something you can guess
Yeah,
at?
I think I know a couple of them. I'm going to go for the GP driver, and I think it's Jenson Button.
OK, Jenson Button. Let's see if that is right. There's your red line. Can you get below that with Jenson Button? It is Jenson Button. You're through. Look at that. 52 is what it scores. Better than what you needed. 74.
Very well played, Adam. Nicely done. You don't have any tattoos, do you?
No.
I've got two sleeves, essentially. I've got everyone who's ever been in the Sugar Babes down there on my right arm, and left arm, it's the Nolans. A bit traditional, I know.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So, Louis, welcome.
Hello.
Tell us all about yourself.
So I'm a history graduate. I graduated from Royal Holloway last year, and I've spent the last year of my life travelling Asia with my girlfriend, Bryony.
Very nice. When did you get back? How long ago?
Like 2 weeks, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
So literally just finding your feet?
Pretty much, yeah.
And
that's exactly
have you got anything lined up? Do you know what you're going to be doing?
I'm pursuing a couple of things at the moment. It's either maybe sports journalism or estate agency. Two different sort of...
OK.
Yeah.
Well, very, very best of luck. Here we are, a little bit of sports journalism for you here. What are you going to truffle out of these?
There's one up there which is safe for me, but I'm not sure if I want to play it, so I might...
33 or less is what we need from you.
Take a risk in that case. I'll go for the baseball team, and I'll say Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City, the winners of the World Series 2011. Let's see, here is your red line. If Salt Lake City can get you below that. Ooh. SLC, it seemed too good to be true, surely. Yeah. I'm afraid an incorrect answer. Scores 100 points, takes your total up to 146.
Yeah, the initials were beautiful, but I'll give you the correct answer at the end of the pass.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Helen, welcome back. Listen, what fantastic news I'm going to greet you with in a second.
So happy.
Remind us all about yourself, Helen.
I'm a technical support advisor for a software company, so I do over-the-phone tech support.
That's, I mean, to be able to... Because it's very complicated, and presumably the people who ring you up don't necessarily know their way. Yeah. They're not as computer literate as you are.
It's a lot of explaining and thinking of analogies for things.
Yeah. People must be so grateful when you fix things.
Sometimes.
Good. I'm pleased to hear that. Helen?
They could be more grateful.
OK, be more grateful to Helen.
But,
there you are, you're on 8, you're through. Yeah. This is nice.
Oh.
So who are the sporting underdogs that are answers to these clues?
I only really know one for sure, I think, very obvious one. So I'm just going to have a guess at the country that won Africa's first Olympic gold medal as Nigeria.
Nigeria. Why not? Starts with an N. No red line for you. You're already through. How many people said Nigeria? Is it right? It is Nigeria. Goes down to 76. Takes your total up to 84.
Yeah, they beat Brazil in the semi-final and then Argentina in the final. Every single member of that team, when they got back, were given a luxury apartment and they were made essentially like the MBE version of Nigeria.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Tom, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself, Tom.
I'm 20. I'm a student at Bristol University studying veterinary science.
What year are you in?
Second year.
Second, of about 19. It's a long business, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 5 years, yeah.
5 years, OK. And then do you have to go on and do further vet school or something after that?
Not really. You can just go into practice and then specialise where you want
I see, so you can learn on the job a bit.
Yeah.
OK, like an apprentice, a bit like Adam there. You practice on your friends' pets. Now, you're on 80, 65 or less is what we need. Oh, Tom. Really?
I mean, the only one I know is the top one, which I think is Tiger Woods. I'm going to have to make something up. I'll go for the Colombian cyclist as Eduardo Boliviano.
Boliviano. Why not?
At
least, listen, it sounds plausible. Eduardo Boliviano.
Yeah.
See, there's your red line. Let's see if it's right. I mean, it would be amazing if it were, I'm afraid, an incorrect answer. But well done, you did exactly the right thing there. I'm afraid it scored you 100 points, takes your total up to 180.
I mean, yeah, you were right about Tiger Woods, but you would have needed him to score 65 points or fewer. It was Tiger Woods, and he scored 63 points. Would have seen you through.
Oh, no.
I think maybe people were surprised to see him described as an underdog.
Yes.
He sort of was at the time. 63 points for that. It was not Eduardo Boliviano, it was Egan Bernal. 3 points for him. The baseball team, not Salt Lake City, it's unfortunate, it's St. Louis Cardinals. Well done if you said that at home. Would have scored 8. The boxer, I suspect if it said BD, this would have scored more points because he's much more famous as Buster Douglas, but he's James Buster Douglas. And that would have scored you 5 points. And this is a pointless answer, so very well done if you got this. And it's Mark Edmondson. He was an odd job man who won the Australian Open.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, we are at the end of our first round, so we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. Tom and Lara, I'm sorry you are that pair for now. You'll be back. I have no doubt you'll thrive next time. But thank you very much, meanwhile, for playing Tom and Lara. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. And there we are, down to 3 pairs. Elliot and Adam, our low-scoring pair there. David, an individual low score from you. Very impressive indeed. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 today is European politics. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever wants to go first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many countries in the EU with a president as head of state as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any of the 28 member states of the European Union who have a president as their head of state, please.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Helen.
Yeah.
It's everyone's dream question, this.
So much.
Yes.
Yeah.
EU member states with presidents as head of state.
OK, now I'm gonna go for Ireland.
OK, Ireland.
Yeah.
Says Helen. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Ireland. Ireland is right. There we are, down to 18, not bad. Ireland.
Very well done. Ireland often scores lower than you think on these rounds. I think people tend to forget it sometimes, but Michael D. Higgins has been president of Ireland since 2011.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Louis.
This question isn't ideal at all, so I'm just going to take a complete guess based on the fact it was the last country I went to. Latvia.
Latvia. OK, let's see what happens when we say Latvia. Phew. That's a good guess, Louis. And it goes down to 4. There, that's where you get for your troubles.
Well played, Louis. Think of where else you could have gone to, but Latvia was perfect. Yeah, the president of Latvia lives in Riga Castle.
It's as good a place as any to live.
Isn't that nice,
isn't it? Yeah. Nice. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Elliot.
Yeah.
So you want any country in the EU with a president as its head of state?
I'm just going to take a punt. Sorry, Adam. Luxembourg.
Luxembourg, says Elliot. Let's see how many of our 100 said Luxembourg. Oh, no, bad luck, Elliot. I'm afraid not Luxembourg. That scores you 100 points.
Yeah, sorry, it's a tricky one, this, isn't it? Yeah, Luxembourg's got a prime minister. This got run by a Grand Duke, Luxembourg, in the same way our head of state is a queen.
Yeah, thank you. We're halfway through the round. Just before we come back down the line, let's just salute Louis for his wonderful low score there of 4 and commiserate with Elliot for his high score of 100. Will the second players please now step up to the podiums? OK, so Adam, remember we're looking for any country in the European Union with a president as its head of state.
At the risk of joining the 200 club, I'm going to go with Montenegro.
Montenegro? Shall we find out if Montenegro is right? See how far down the column we get if it is. No red line. You're the high scorers at the moment. Oh, no, bad luck. Out in a blaze of glory, though. Scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 200.
Sorry, Adam, wrong for the different reason. They do have a president, but not a member of the EU, I'm afraid. But at least now you can get the 200 club tattoo.
You can get a stencil for those as well, just to help you.
But also, actually, thinking about it, because lots of people are members of the 200 club. I mean, lots and lots of people are. Yeah. And it's a proud thing to be part of.
Yeah.
I imagine some of them might want a tattoo as well. It might be a little business thing that we can... Adam could be the official tattooist for the 200 club.
Thing.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk afterwards. We'll do some business.
I'll put the word out.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Dom.
Yes.
Dom, you're through to the head-to-head. Louis
done.
just aced it there. Fluke though it was. He aced it.
He won't say it like that, but...
yeah, what are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for...
Pressure's off.
Yeah, I might as well just go for France, because I know they've got a president, so we're through already.
Dom. Dom, why would you do... Oh, I was teeing you up for a pointless answer there, or maybe, I don't know, see if you could beat Louis.
No chance.
France. OK, there we are, France. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. No red line, because you're already through, Dom. $61 takes your total up to 65.
Yeah, they do indeed have a president. When you become president of France, you also become a Prince of Andorra.
Wow.
That's a nice perk, isn't it?
That's a perk?
Yeah.
You can keep calling yourself Prince after you've been president, do you think?
I guess not. No, because I think it's I think that makes you the joint head of state of Andorra.
Yeah.
So I guess you can't keep being the joint head of state of Andorra.
You could then you could be bumped down, become a junior prince, and then the head prince comes in.
Yeah, leader formerly known as Prince.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nice. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, David.
Yes.
There you are. Again, you are through to the next round. So, yes, it's countries in the EU with presidents as head of state.
There's a few I could go at. I'm going to say Cyprus.
Cyprus, says David. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Cyprus. No red line, you're already through. Cyprus is right. Down goes to 9. Very well done indeed. Takes your total up to 27.
Very well played. That was a tricky round, wasn't it? I'll give you some scorers that were lower than Cyprus. You would have got 8 points for Bulgaria, Czechia, Finland and Romania. You'd have got 6 for Estonia. You'd have got 5 for Lithuania and Malta. Then we got Latvia, which is a very good answer. 2 answers better than Latvia, though. Slovakia, which would have scored you 2 points, and Slovenia, which would have scored you 1. And the bigger answers, Austria 10, 11 for Croatia and Hungary, 15 for Portugal, 21 for Greece, 22 for Poland, 28 for Italy and 36 for Germany. And France was the high scorer.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, so at the end of our second round, the pair who are heading home with their high score of 200, Adam and Elliot, I'm afraid it's you. But you know, you took a punt. That's all you could really do. It could have landed beautifully for you. Anyway, you'll be back next time. I'm sure you'll do very well then. But meantime, thank you very much, Adam and Elliot. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, David and Helen, Dom and Louis. You are now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £3,750. That's how it stands at the moment. But before we do the head-to-head, let's have a little shot at a bonus boost here. See if we can't put some money into that jackpot by finding some pointless answers. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many hound breeds as they could. Richard.
Yeah, you know how this works by now. We're going to show you a board with 6 possible hound breeds up there. 2 of them will be pointless answers. If you can find one of them, we'll just stick £250 in the jackpot. There's also 2 incorrect answers, though, as well. See if you can get both of those pointless answers at home. Don't worry if you get an incorrect answer. We're not taking any money off. It's just a nice little chance to build up the jackpot.
OK, here are 6 potential hound breeds. Which of these are the pointless ones? Sluffy, Borzoi, Portuguese Podengo, Schultz, Dartmoor, Saluki. David and Helen, you get to go first, but do your chatting out loud because it's going to benefit everybody to hear your wisdom.
Nothing about hound breeds.
I think a Saluki is a dog.
Yeah, I think the Saluki, Portuguese Podengo, I think that's a dog.
Borzoi is familiar as well.
Is it a hound?
I don't know. But I feel like Saluki's a good one to go for.
OK, I agree with that.
We're going to go for Saluki.
OK, Saluki, let's see if it's pointless. Well, it's right. Oh, there we are, stops at 5. Not a pointless answer. Dom and Louis, do you think you can find a pointless answer in there? Still 2 to be found.
Yeah, it is a bit of a tough one. When they first came up, I was trying to figure out what they're anagrams of, so...
Yeah, I was hoping Greyhound would pop up, but it's not there.
Any ideas?
Not a clue.
Should we take a shot in the dark? What catches your eye?
Schultz.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Portuguese Podengo looks nice, isn't it?
Yeah, should we go for that?
Yeah, that looks
OK, we'll say Portuguese Podengo.
Portuguese
Yes, please.
Podengo. Let's see if that's pointless. It's right. That's halfway to being pointless. It is pointless. Very well done indeed. Fantastic. Good work, Dom and Louis. Portuguese Podengo, a pointless answer.
Very nicely done. Lucky you didn't go for Schultz. That's the name of the guy who drew the Snoopy cartoons from Peanuts. So he was an incorrect answer. The other incorrect answer up there was Dartmoor. The other pointless answer was Sloughy.
Sluffy.
Or Sluffy. I'm calling it Sloughy.
Yeah, why not?
Right next to Stainsey. That was pointless. Well, I don't know if you said that. And Bortside was the other one, which scored points.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Well done. You managed to find 1 pointless answer, so we're adding £250 to the jackpot, taking the total up to a nice round £4,000. Very well done. But who will be playing for it? Let's find out in the head-to-head. First player to win 2 questions will be playing for the jackpot. You're now allowed to confer. Here is your first question. It's all about Doctor Who actors not playing the Doctor. Richard.
Yeah, 5 people who played the Doctor in Doctor Who, playing someone else here, but who are these actors, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Can you identify these Doctor Who actors? We have got A. B. C. D. And E. There we are, 5 Doctor Who actors in other roles. David and Helen, you're the golden couple, so feel free to confer. You're going first.
Let's see which ones you know. I know E, B. E, I think. I don't know who C is.
Out of A or B.
A. Well, I'll say A. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
OK.
Pretty sure it is.
OK.
OK, we'll go A, which I think is Patrick Troughton.
Patrick Troughton. Say David and Helen for A. Dom and Louis, it's over to you. Do you want to talk us through those Doctor Who actors, all the other ones?
It's Jodie Whittaker, D.
Oh, if that's the only one you know, then I don't know any of them.
B might be... One of them was called Baker. I think one was called Tom and one was called Colin.
Right.
But it's a bit of a risk if you'd rather.
Do you know C?
No.
He's in other stuff.
I think E's somebody called, like Pertwee or something like that. I'm serious.
Right. OK.
Should we take a risk on B?
Yeah, go on then.
OK, we'll say B, Colin Baker.
Colin Baker for B. Say Dom and Louis. So, David and Helen have gone for Patrick Troughton for A. Let's see how many of our 100 got Patrick Troughton. Patrick Troughton is absolutely right. And down that goes to 23. Dom and Louis, meanwhile, have gone for Colin Baker for B. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Colin Baker. Is it right, though? Ooh, not Colin Baker, which means very well done, David and Helen. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, well played. Yeah, Colin Baker was a doctor, but that is...
Peter Davison.
Peter Davison in All Creatures Great and Small. Would have scored you 44. Patrick Troughton there is in The Omen.
Yeah.
C is Sylvester McCoy.
Of course it is.
Yeah, that's him in The Hobbit. He would have scored you 18. This is Jodie Whittaker in Attack the Block. She would have scored you, for some reason, 16 points. It seems very low.
Doesn't it?
And E is John Pertwee as Wurzel Gummidge, and he's the biggest scorer. He would have scored you 60.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, now, here comes your second question. Dom and Louis, you have to win this one to stay in the game, so best of luck. Our second question this afternoon is all about things with the word south in their names. Richard?
Yes, all sorts of clues here to things that have the word south in their names.
Simple as that. OK, let's reveal the 5 clues. Here they come. Band whose UK hits included Rotterdam and Perfect 10, Port-on-River Tyne and birthplace of comedian Sarah Millican, animation series about 4 irreverent Colorado schoolboys, late 18th and early 19th century prophetess who inspired the formation of the Panacea Society in Bedford, and the Scottish Football League team with home stadium Palmerston Park. I'll read those again for you. Band whose UK hits included Rotterdam and Perfect 10, Port-on-River Tyne and birthplace of comedian Sarah Millican, animation series about 4 irreverent Colorado schoolboys, late 18th and early 19th century prophetess who inspired the formation of the Panacea Society in Bedford, and the Scottish Football League team with home stadium Palmerston Park. There we are. Now, Dom and Louis, you go first this time.
I think the bottom one is... Should we say the bottom one? Queen of the South, I think. Should we go for that?
Yeah.
OK,
Yeah,
you're going to go Queen of the South for the bottom one?
Yes.
David and Helen, over to you. Do you want to talk us through the rest of that board?
OK.
The beautiful South. South Shields.
South Park.
South Park, yes.
I don't know that other one. That's a funny one.
Don't know that one. No. I'm
people.
tempted to go with Pearson's.
OK, shall we do... We're going to go for South Shields.
South Shields. We have Queen of the South and we have South Shields. Dom and Louis went for Queen of the South. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that for Palmerston Park. Queen of the South is right. And not a bad score, 32, Queen of the South. David and Helen, meanwhile, have gone for South Shields, Port-on-the-River Tyne, birthplace of Sarah Millican. How many people said that? South Shields is right. Oh, it's a high scorer than I was expecting. 53, but well done. Dom and Louis back in the game. After 2 questions, it's 1-1.
Well played, gents. And yeah, you took us through the top of the board very nicely there. It is Beautiful South. They're the biggest scorer, which scored you 62. You're right about South Park as well. That would have scored you 52, would have done one better than South Shields. Now, this person is someone I feel like I should read a bit more about. Joanna Southcott. Very well done if you said that would have scored you 4 points.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, now here comes the decider. Whoever wins this question goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Our third question today is all about nameless characters in literature. Richard?
Yeah, 5 characters from literature now who are not specifically named in the works they appear in. We're going to show you the author of that work and the initials, but what are the works these characters appear in, please?
Thank you very much indeed. So, yes, what are the works these characters appear in? Hatter, AAIW, Lewis Carroll. The High Sparrow, AFFC, George R.R. Martin. The Nurse, R.A.J., William Shakespeare. Monster, F. Mary Shelley, and The Time Traveller, TTM, H.G. Wells. I'll read those all again. Hatter, AAIW, Lewis Carroll. The High Sparrow, AFFC, George R.R. Martin. The Nurse, R.A.J., William Shakespeare. Monster, F. Mary Shelley, and The Time Traveller, TTM, H.G. Wells. There we are. David and Helen will go first.
I know all of them. I think we should go for the Game of Thrones one, because I think people don't know what the books are called.
OK, I'll go with you.
We're going to go for The High Sparrow, A Feast for Crows.
A Feast for Crows, say David and Helen. Now, Dom and Louis, talk us through the rest of that board.
Do you know any of them?
Yeah, I think the top one's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, then Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Frankenstein and The Time Machine, but I don't think any of them will be
Less than that.
Yeah. So what do you want to go for?
Time Machine.
We'll go for the Time Machine.
OK, the H.G. Wells one, Time Machine. OK, so we have, from David and Helen, A Feast for Crows for the High Sparrow. Let's see how many of our 100 people said A Feast for Crows. It is right. And that gets you down to 4. Very well done indeed. That's a fabulous score. Dom and Louis, meanwhile, have gone for the Time Machine, the H.G. Wells one. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that for the Time Traveller. It's right. Down it goes to 35, which means very well done indeed. David and Helen, after 3 questions, you're through to the final 2-1.
Well played. As you suspected, nothing you could do. Feast for Crows was the best answer up there. You took us through the rest of the board. Nicely, though, it is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. It's a slightly better scorer than the Time Machine, but we scored you 24. Romeo and Juliet would have scored you 41. And Frankenstein would have scored you 70.
Thank you very much, Richard. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round. Dom and Louis, it is you, but you've played incredibly well across the show. Great to make it to the head-to-head in your first appearance. You'll be back next time. Let's see if you can take it one step further then. But meantime, thanks very much, Dom and Louis. But for David and Helen, it's now time for our Pointless Final. Very well done indeed, David and Helen. You've seen off all the competition. You've won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £4,000. It'd be lovely to send you back to Gateshead with that. What do you want to see come up in this last round that can help you win it?
Musicals would be good. Movies.
Maybe a bit of sport or history or something like that. So...
OK, well, as ever, 4 things will appear. Let's just hope you like one of them. Bridges, history and musicals, all English European football finals, and the year 1962. What do you think?
What do you think? What do you think?
Tempted to go history and musicals. But you were alive in 1962, do you remember much?
Well, as I was only about this big, you know,
well,
no.
I don't know. But if we did Bridges, it would be on you.
Bridges, it could be something like Bridges Across the Thames or something like that. I don't know. History and musicals, do you think?
Let's do history and musicals.
History and musicals it is,
Weird
Richard.
category, so...
OK, very best of luck. We are looking for any named character in any of the following 3 musicals, please. Any named character in the musical Barnum, that was first performed on Broadway in 1980. Looking for any named character in Hamilton, according to the Internet Broadway database. Or we're looking for any named character in Andrew Lloyd Webber's Stephen Ward, first performed in 2013 in the West End, according to the official website. So named characters in Barnum, Hamilton or Stephen Ward. We're not including the title characters in any of the musicals as answers.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. Just need 1 to be pointless to win that jackpot. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
OK.
OK.
You need 3 really obscure ones.
I know. OK, Peggy Schuyler. I'm thinking James Madison.
Peggy Schuyler.
She's good. Hang on, let me think. Mariah Reynolds.
Mariah Reynolds.
Who's better?
There's hardly in it.
Hercules Mulligan. They're all kind of in it a lot.
Oh, you've got somebody who's not in it much?
No, I think they're all quite good. Who would be really good? Some of them don't have names, so I'm not sure if they count.
Well, they must have it, yeah. So, well, this sounds fantastic to me, but then I don't know
Samuel Seabury.
OK, so...
What happened to him?
OK.
I feel pretty good. Samuel Seabury.
10 seconds left.
Mariah Reynolds.
OK, you'll have to say them.
Yeah, I'll say them. OK.
OK.
Yeah.
All right.
OK, time is up. Let's have your 3 answers.
OK, they're all going to be from Hamilton.
OK.
Samuel Seabury.
Samuel Seabury.
Mariah Reynolds.
Mariah Reynolds.
And Hercules Mulligan.
And Hercules Mulligan. Yeah. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Samuel Seabury.
Samuel Seabury, put last. Least likely to be pointless?
Hercules Mulligan.
Hercules Mulligan and Mariah Reynolds goes in the middle. OK, very good. Well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got Hercules Mulligan, Mariah Reynolds, Samuel Seabury. 3 good answers there. Very, very best of luck. Surely one of these should win you that jackpot. Let's hope. If one does, £4,000 will be yours. What would you like to do with it? David, I'm going to ask you first.
At the minute, we're refurbishing the bathroom, so I think my wife will be able to buy a set of taps with it or something like that.
That'd be nice. Maybe some
So I
gold,
think that's where
gold dolphin
my share will
taps.
be going. Yeah.
Very nice indeed. Helen, what about you?
Well, if this works, I want to go to New York and see Hamilton. And that might buy me 1 ticket, so... Yeah.
OK, well, very, very best of luck. Let's hope one of these turns out to be a low scorer for you and wins that jackpot. Hercules Mulligan is your first answer. In all 3 cases, we're looking for named characters from Hamilton. If Hercules Mulligan is pointless, you leave here with £4,000. How many people said Hercules Mulligan? It's right. It just has to be pointless now for you to win that jackpot of £4,000. Hercules Mulligan. Down we go with Hercules Mulligan into single figures, still going down with Hercules Mulligan. You have done it! Very well done! That is brilliant. Well done.
Just the dream question.
Brilliant. There we are. Hercules Mulligan was a pointless answer, which means you're taking home today's jackpot of £4,000. Very well done indeed.
Yeah, nicely done. It feels like that fell well for you. You've been to see the musical and...
Oh, I've been to see it twice. I listen to the soundtrack all the time. It's on in my car. I mean, it's an amazing show. I love it. And this was just the best category ever.
Oh,
so,
absolutely
thank
perfect.
you.
I knew Hamilton was in it. That was
Yeah.
that's what I knew about it.
You've been very helpful throughout the rest of the show, though, so
Thank you
it's,
very
I
much.
think it's
Carried
OK.
me here, so...
Yeah, listen, even by the standards of some of the pointless answers here, you've gone for some obscure ones, even by these. Mariah Reynolds, Samuel Seabury, both pointless answers as well. So you've got all 3 of them. Barnum, let's start with that, in case that is someone's obsession at home. Amos Scudder, Chester Lyman, Julius Goldschmidt, Susan B. Anthony, everyone there apart from Tom Thumb, Joyce Heth, Jenny Lind, Cherry Barnum and James A. Bailey. Everyone else is a pointless answer. Now, here's Hamilton. James Madison was a pointless answer. Philip Hamilton, a pointless answer. Peggy Schuyler is pointless, as is John Lawrence as well. There's 4 without the 3 you already gave us, so I'm sure you could have gone on for a long time getting pointless answers. George Washington and Eliza Hamilton were the big scorers there. King George was 3rd. And Stephen Ward. Eugene Ivanov, who worked at the Russian Embassy, Lucky Gordon, President Ayub Khan of Pakistan, Valerie Hobson, everyone there apart from Christine Keeler, Mandy Rice-Davis, John Profumo and Lord Astor. Everyone else was a pointless answer. Well done if you got one of those at home, and congratulations. It's lovely when the right category comes up for the right person, isn't it?
Isn't it just? Thank you very much indeed. And thank you once again to David and Helen, our winning contestants who take away today's jackpot of £4,000. Brilliant. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
That is goodbye from me. Goodbye.